Hi, it's Friday, and time to look back at what happened at Queen's Park and Ontario politics this week. Support has been building for vaccine mandates and vaccine certificates as more groups weigh the risks and benefits. Ontario put out its first quarter fiscal update. There's extra money in a COVID-19 contingency fund. Where do you think that funding should go? Small business insurance costs are rising. There was a survey that came out from the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses. And what happened at Queen's Park will be taking a couple of weeks off after this segment. My older daughter is leaving home, and we are taking her to school. We are proud parents, but we'll be a little sad when she's gone. Keep watching to find out more, or join me in a few weeks as I look back at what happened at Queen's Park. So support is building for vaccine mandates and vaccine certificates. Ontario Liberal leader Stephen Del Duca was the first party leader to propose mandatory vaccinations for frontline health and education workers, and also a vaccination certificate. Other opposition leaders have come around. Different groups, doctors, nurses, long-term care groups, businesses, the federal government have also supported these ideas. Colleges and universities have been thinking about it, and one by one are deciding on vaccine mandates for students and staff returning this fall. Premier Ford has not been supportive of these mandates, but he has the power. He's resisting, but now is the time to push him to take whatever measures are necessary to neutralize this fourth wave so that we don't slide backwards. A fiscal update for the province of Ontario came out. This is a fiscal update for quarter 1, 2021. There was an extra $2.9 billion in revenue, including $1.9 billion of that from increased transfers from the federal government. The Ontario government is going to put $2.2 billion into a COVID-19 contingency fund against whatever happens in the fourth wave. I'd rather that we didn't have to spend that money on damages from a fourth wave. But now is a good time to speak up about what that money could be spent on. I have one proposal, which is support for teachers in classrooms as kids return in person and they get assessed, and the learning disruption that has occurred over the last year and a half is fully assessed by the teachers. All the teachers are saying that they're going to find gaps, and it would help a lot if they had extra people to help these kids catch up. There was a survey released this week by the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. Small business insurance costs have been increasing for a couple of years, but they're increasing steeply, and in many cases, insurance isn't even available. The CFIB survey was released this week, and transportation and hospitality industries were the hardest hit, having the highest increases in insurance costs. These are the same sectors that have a lot of precarious businesses because of COVID. In fact, when I was visiting, knocking on doors, one small business owner brought up this very topic and gave me some numbers for their own business. Some insurers have left the market, according to the CFIB. It's kind of like there was a shortage of lumber for a while. There's currently a shortage of risk takers willing to issue insurance policies. To its credit, the Ontario government did pass legislation late last year, which protects, for example, restaurants from COVID infection liability as long as they follow the public health rules. So hopefully over time, more insurance companies will come back into the market to offer insurance for small businesses, but this is something that the Ontario government should be keeping a close eye on. Thanks very much for joining me. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and please join me next time on what happened at Queen's Park this week.